Hi, my name is Shaili Patel, and today me and my group are going to present Lockheed Martin's future growth.
I'm Godfrey Charles.
I'm Levitt Sampson.
Okay. Um, okay, let me start with the introduction. Lockheed Martin Corporation is the largest defense contractor in the world. Its main areas of focus are in defense, space, intelligence, homeland security, and information technology, including cybersecurity. In 2020, 71% of the company's net sales were from US government, including 61% from the Department of Defense, 28% from international customers, and 1% from US commercial and other customers. Lockheed Martin currently operates through four businesses: aeronautics, missiles, and fire control, rotary and missions systems, and space systems. Additionally, the company could be at a topic for growth investors. LMT has a growth system score of A, forecasting year over year earnings growth of 17.5% for the current fiscal year. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Lockheed Martin's share price also seems relatively stable compared to the rest of the market, as indicated by its low beta. Investors looking for growth in their portfolio may want to consider the prospect of a company before buying its shares. Buying a great company with a robust outlook at a cheap price is always a good investment. So it's also take a look at the company's future expectation. With profit expected to grow by a double digit 19% over the next couple of years, the outlook is positive for Lockheed Martins. Looking at the third slide, first, let's see the earnings versus the savings rate. LMT's forecast earnings growth 3.4% per year is above the savings rate, that is 1.96%. Earnings versus market. LMT's earnings, that is 3.4% per year, are forecast to grow slower than US market, that is 13% per year. About the high growth earnings, LMT's earnings are forecast to grow but not significantly. Revenue versus market. LMT's revenue, that is 1.7% per year, is forecast to grow slower than the US market, that is 8.6% per year. High growth revenue, LMT's revenue, that is 1.7% per year, is forecast to grow slower than 20% per year. Okay, now we are going to talk about the Lockheed Martin strategy and marketing mix. In order to stay in the market, they need to focus on what is expected and what kind of products are they going to sell. Their innovation should be in parallel with the requirements of the defense of the country. Lockheed Martin is mainly into product development and innovation. They are trying to focus on this aspects, and in order to do that, they either have to be unique and differentiate or need to make more profits when they enter the market. They can gain that by setting their target customers. Since they are a major supplier of defense equipment to the US government, they should sustain and maintain their position in the market. uh, Moving on to the second strategy, Lockheed Martin follows a competitive pricing strategy. The company first needs to cover all its costs and then set a price according to what the competitors are charging. After covering all the costs, it would estimate a certain amount of profit that it would need to incur, and based on the market prices, it sells its price at par with the competitors. Moving on to the third strategy, Lockheed Martin follows a discrete distribution strategy. Since defense is a delicate subject for the country, it is of paramount importance that the data should be safe and secure. They take utmost care of the customer privacy and code their products with anti-theft and anti-fraud systems. Moving on to the last strategy, they engage in various media to attract their customers and gain contracts, but they have to connect with their clients to promote its products. It seems to keep improving and proving its credibility and needs to advertise itself to to the similar market and share it and build its same image in a few other countries as well.
Okay, the next thing, my name is Levis Sampson, and the next thing we'll be implementing on and talking about is how great our company is with Lockheed Martin Insurance. One thing that's a big thing with us is that we have a wide variety of organization, which means we're not attached to just one product or document. The next thing that we have consistently strong financial and operational performance, which means in terms profit for our stockholders and investors. Another key point also in our strengths is that we have many service sections, as mentioned by Ms. Shaley in previous slides. Just a couple are aerospace, information technology, and emerging technologies, which means as time goes on, we always continue to grow with the culture around us and not stay stagnant and fall out the game. The next big thing that we want to implement on is we have 100,000 plus employees, which means when products and things need to get done at a due date and timeline, we always have that employee group to get that done. The thing with our product that people may see as a weakness, but this is actually a strength for us, is we have a small but stable consumer base. Now, the type of products that we have as a company are not just for, any ordinary consumer, but they are needed by countries and things of that nature. The next biggest theme that we have is our market cap size of 2022 was 114.99 billion, which in turn shows you the things that you guys will be receiving back as stockholders and investors. Continuing to the next slide. As this shows you how we increased in profit from year to year, just to mention, at 2010, we were at 24.32 billion. The next year, 2011, we were at 26.17 billion. And it shows you from time to time how we continue to increase. By the year 2019, we're at 109.41 billion market cap size. And as of today, 2022, we are at $114.99 billion market cap size. So this shows you from 2010 to 2022 how we have significantly increased in market cap size and the profit that you guys can be looking into if you guys would actually invest with us. Continuing to our next slide. Now, one thing that we always want to mention on our pitch to stockholders and investors such as you guys is definitely our company weaknesses. As you can see, we don't really have many. Lockheed Martin is a highly dependent on the U.S. government, which is bad. As in 2017, we received, let alone 50.7 billion from U.S. government. Now, while that can be a good thing when we have the government behind us, that also can be bad because, if, our government decides to fall in a situation, we also fall in a situation. And with you guys as stockholders and investors, you guys can actually take over some of that and reap the benefits of that. As you can see, they invested 50.7 billion in us, and we were coming out now today at 114.99 billion. The next thing that I want to talk about is domestic competitors, domestic and home competitors. As you can see, we have Boeing, which is located in Seattle, Washington, Raytheon Technology, which is located in Waltham, Massachusetts, Northrop Grumman, located in Denver, Colorado, and for the last, General Dynamics in New York. With all of these companies, Boeing being the closest behind us, their market cap of 2022 was actually 88 billion, which is much lower. So it shows you how we actually are the company that runs the market at home with the U.S. government. On to the next slide.
So I'm Godfrey again, and the reason why you guys need to invest with us is because Lockheed Martin has continued to have continuous growth over the years. Like Mr. Sampson was mentioning earlier, we've continued to climb in our revenues from year to year. Lockheed Martin corporate all-time price has always continued to rise from all the way from 1995 to the present. Our corporate dividends have always been sustained. We've always been able to give our investors dividends, and our all-time price returns have always increased year after year as well, and have continued to be steady from 1995 up until the present year. Next slide. So our sales by segment. So from 2019 up until through 2022, our aeronautics have increased by 11%. Our rotary and mission systems have increased by 6%. Our missiles and fire control has increased by 11%, and our space endeavors have also increased by 9%. And these are record sales across all of the businesses that are involved in the same segment of business that us at Lockheed Martin are involved in. Next slide. So just to sum things up, so we remember that this company, we invented the jet line travel and space-based telecommunications. That's one of the reasons why you should invest with us. We've always stayed above and been cutting edge against all of our competitors. Our development of digital computers has revolutionized access to space with the space shuttle and scientific probes to other planets. We continue to share strong customer relationships, not only with our competitors, but with also the people that we're in business with. We understand customer priorities. The US, like Mr. Sampson mentioned, is one of our biggest supporters and customers. We provide superior performance. We're always researching and development and keeping on the cutting edge of technology. Our services are affordable to the country and affordable to our other customers. And just remember that our largest military defense contract and US aerospace is the US, where we have lobbying and congressional ties. So we are always on cutting edge of technology, as well as making sure that we're a partner with the government with getting things done. We're unparalleled with technology and human capital. Like Mr. Sampson and Ms. Patel mentioned, that we have over 100,000 people that work for us. And so we have resources that are unmatched by any other company that's in the same division that we are in. So that's going to sum up why you should invest with us. Again, my name is Godfrey Charles, and here are our works cited. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.